Good afternoon, all. This is Fari Hamzi. As you know, it's our second webinar in January. As you know, starting late December, we declared that starting January, we're going to meet every other week. We still get some comments from people in the weeks before saying, "Where's the webinar?" Well, as you know, the system you start. Here's the schedule there. If you go under members, you don't need to be logged in, and you register once because it'll remind you. Okay, always going to be at 4:30. And today's January 21st. So next one will be whatever, 14, I guess. What's it 2 weeks from here? On February. So if you just look at 14, yeah. And it reminds you. Boom, boom. So, okay. Very, very crazy day. I made one mistake in the morning and I paid for it for about 2.5 hours of anguish until it started stabilizing. I was still tiny loss for the day, but it was before uh, FOMC today. My attitude always is don't get too involved in the morning, so that you come in fresh and have the energy to deal with Chairman Powell. Chairman Powell has a history of losing it on the FOMC days. I think in the last 2 years I've watched him maybe twice. His market went up. Well, I mean by losing if you're just long. Okay. Normally, the market just sells off, and today it's too. So we'll go to charts quickly, but first we do here's what you see. Remember, this is day one, and we closed near the lows, 48.45, 48.46. Okay, we were off like 30 cents, 40 cents from the bottom. Remember, this is day one. Usually, these are 3-day moves, these kind of sell-offs, and day two is the worst. And then they stabilize by end of day three or middle of day three. You may have a little rally. So we'll see how things go. Good. Good reprieve for us. 80 handle down. Good. So we're still short. We're going to put another trade on the put spreads. But my premise here is that we haven't seen the leg down yet. Why? Everybody and his brother's long. I mean, this is October, and we've been long from short from here, so we pay the price. But very little in the dollars, but a lot with time to digest. So I'm wounded here, but that's okay. I've been wounded before. I still made the time of the decade. So self-confidence is number one commodity in this business. So in terms of the futures, it was a unreal day. I mean, I came back about 2.5% positive for the day, but I was down at the beginning 1.5. So a swing of 4% intraday is not easy. Yeah. So as you know, I have a pretty decent clients in size. A lot of small ones which I'm turning off, and now, without mentioning anything, but our crude for Tiger Shark is invited a very large investment firm from Persian Gulf area, and they have a lot of money for crude because they sell a lot of crude. They drill and they sell a lot of crude. What's their interest is, we have no idea. Maybe they're interested to corner the market before a big event like what do you call it? Like OPEC or something. I asked for limit down levels, and they said no problem. Go figure. Yeah. So there's a crude, and crude's 1,000 barrels a contract. So I don't know how I'm going to deal with it. This is going to probably take several. We're in incubation, so it's going to take us a while to get everything set up. I'm going to run some of my own money, test it, show them results from TradeStation, actual live account, and so forth. But I probably have to end up making things cutting back on what I'm doing on the Hamzy Analytics. Yeah, I just don't have time. Or maybe appoint one of the key guys here to run the Hamzy Analytics for me. In terms of day to day, yeah, I'll keep the overall admin, but keep the day-to-day operation in his hand because during the day I got to worry about the market. We finished the ES now, so we have ES, NQ, crude oil, and US for treasuries. Treasuries got work to do. We're not done. We're not finished with US, but crude's almost finished. I have a guy from NYMEX advising me, so it's. I'm learning a lot. Let me put it this way: and two programmers. It's a 2 AI background from TradeStation. So It's a lot of work. A lot of work. Last night I finished ending at 9:30. I went and cooked some stuff for Tico. Now tonight he's taking me out to dinner. What a deal, right? So let's go on. So much for the housekeeping. I don't think anything else I have to report. Oh, on Orb, it went out last night. The code for February. We don't trade on Wednesdays, but we want to make sure it's out so we can install it ready for Wednesday morning. We did put Mondays back in, so it trades 4 days a week. While we added a very, very good in the exit. Sometimes it's going to hit. It's not going to hit every day. It's a CI cross. I'm sorry, DMZ cross. I'll give you an example later. But so very pleased with our work, but it was a very tense month. Personally wise, I joined a very good club here on the health club. I had one here I didn't like. Moved up to near where I used to live on Bimonthly, which is run by NCH by the hospital. It's a non-profit. It's very healthy, so I'm going there. Why? They have a steam room. I have a steam room down here. I don't mean sauna, steam room. Since I was in Chicago at Union League. Yeah, but this is very clean. It's a hospital. It's non-profit. They spend money to keep things quick. I'm tired of for-profit setups because the owner is cutting corners to take more money home. With psoriasis, I can't take that risk. So you may want to check it out, Dennis. It's NCH next to UPS store on Green Tree Plaza. It's a physiotherapy and has a gym attached to it. It's very good. So and very cheap. Yeah. So anyhow, that's the latest. I've been going there every day. I took it back. I went back to cigars a little bit. I cut it back, but no, my skin is doing good. Hopefully, sun comes back because we're walking, Tico and I. But I really need to swim. I swam a little bit today, but it was cold. But that's where things are. So no complaints. Life is good. And now, if the market turns down, we can't ask for anything more. So we should. This market is way, way, way overpriced. When you have Nvidia at 75 PE, that's the rest of the story. I mean, just this is a very, very hype market. Okay. Oh, I forgot. This is a Trump's market. He said. Yeah, this is Trump's market. I forgot about that. Sorry. Hi, Siamak. How are you? Hi, Siegfried. How are you? By the way, Siegfried, I owe you a picture. Yes, Tico loves that shirt, but I haven't taken a picture of him. Siegfried was kind enough to send us a Admiral Tico a navy T-shirt with two F-18s in there and Admiral Tico's name and a few stars and all that. Looks incredible. Yeah. Yes. Oh, he's been doing good. If you look at, have you seen his following? Hold on, Murray. Hold on, Murray. Look at it. He is 1973 now. Incredible. Hold on. Let me go log into it. Okay, I'll show it to you. I mean, he's killing it. Okay, he's killing it. Look at that. 1973 followers. People are coming out of woodwork. So and so forth. And and of course, what was it? There we go. Yeah, this is our, I think, most recent one. There we go. He saluted. Oh, should be. I forgot it to fix. Should be this. No, you can't edit this now. It's more than an hour. Can I edit? No, you can't. You know what? Heck with that. We're gonna put a new one. I won't correct this. Tico doesn't make these mistakes. Hold on. Let me kick this out. Delete it. I'm not changing any data. There's no charts. There's a text. So we're gonna go there and put this up. Yeah. He even thanked Chairman Powell. This is another, and this is a little jab in there. I understand. Powell has had almost every, again, I think two I remember since his tenure. He's had two FOMC meetings where it was positive. Rest has been negative. So, yeah. And today was a big negative. So, okay. With that said, so again, don't forget Admiral Tico, right? We're going to see what's going to happen with 2000. By the way, he is under consideration for nomination to be a fleet admiral. There'll be an F in front of it, 5-star. What's the reason? Where's the logic? Just to think about what this kid thinks about. I checked this out. If you're a fleet admiral, you can only get it during war, and when you retire, there's no cut in your pension. You get your last pay. Why is that? He wants the, of course, Tico. He wants his tomahawk missile. Steaks from Whole Foods. Not Whole Foods, the other one. Seed to table. Yeah. He wants so this way it ensures for the balance of his life he's gonna get his tomahawk steaks. So think about it. Look what this guy thinks about. So anyhow, here's my boo boo. Yeah, there we go. He's a good kid. He's a good kid. I got him on some bison. I got him on some bison, and he's doing good. He loves that. So he likes the bison ribeye. So very lean. He wants to make uh, listen, a typical tomahawk is 3 pounds. That's a third of his weight. Now, of course, there's a big bone in there, but it's not. But you know what? He's buying. I'm not spending money on that. Yeah, I need my money for leverage. I can't put it as that. So he's buying. He's got his own credit card. Hey, he just got another credit card from Venture. Venture Cards gave him one. So was it Capital One? Yeah, he got a special Capital One. Yes, yeah, of course he can. Yeah, yeah. It's about the bone is about 2/3 of its length. Yeah. So yeah. Anyhow, let's get here uh, to calendar here. By the way, guys, pray for me. I'm against a very big uphill battle between the existing investor for the Target Shark, which is institutional, and now this fund out of Persian Gulf. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but we'll do one day at a time. All right. So, okay. As you know, uh, key item was here, I believe. Hold on. What was it? Oh no, no. This one. This today the refunding announcement was crucial at 8:30. Obviously, this not reported here, but this is key. ADP came in down 107 versus 145. That was a consensus, and then last one was also revised down. Yeah. Let's see what else here we have. Case Schiller came out yesterday. Kind of in line, below expectation, but kind of in line. If you look at 20 unadjusted 20-year, 20 city, we came 5.8 versus 5.4. Yeah, the whole thing is really treasuries and 10-year treasuries. That's the offset. Consumer confidence would push the market down. What are 2 days we've had? Hello, look at that. Look at that. That came in line, but look where we were before 110, 108, now 114. We started this decline yesterday. Now, on NASDAQ, we had day one. Today was day two. On S&P, this is day one. I'll get to charts on that. So you could do your count. Typically, big traders, big guns in like Chicago, they look for a 3-day move. ECI came in also today. This is what the Fed looks at quite a bit, especially former Fed Chair Ben Bernanke. And we tick down a tad. This is all good for the rates. It's not good for economy, but it's good for the rates. Now, keep in mind, we're in a regime now that we have a positive, for the first time in many, many years, we have a positive income growth in real terms. That is, the change in income is bigger than the change in inflation. Okay, we haven't had that in, I don't know how, maybe 10, 15, 20 years. We haven't had that. So I could be wrong, but if you kind of look at it, this is unusual. And what's the proof? Card expenditures are up. Okay, credit cards are up, and even at these rates, remember they offset that off the treasuries. So they offer a lot of cards, but with the what do you call it, the Reg Z disclosures, these rates are very high if you go past 30 days. So I'm assuming that's why Pico is getting these cards, but he doesn't let it go past 30 days. Are you kidding me? Everything is paid every Friday, and then he puts the cards away on Sabbath. He's not spending any money. It's against his religion. He hides the cards on Sabbath, so no expenditures from Friday sundown until Saturday sundown. Okay, the luck of the draw. This is what this guy does. So more power to him. I really want to consider on Friday because I know we have a couple of stuff. There's ICM tomorrow. ISM tomorrow we want to look at. That's the range. Obviously, we want to see if there's a revision or not. They'll add to this. By the way, remember these websites slow down a little bit because so many hits are coming in. If you're in a hurry, like on a Friday, you want to go to BLS.gov, Bureau of Labor Statistics, to see that. And I'd like to go there because it gives you more detail. Because here just to get headline stuff. Two big data tomorrow on Friday. Obviously, the big daddy is employment situation, but also I'm going to look at consumer sentiment. This should be on the upside too. I think we're going to get a little bit more than 79. We'll see. I mean, I see the range. I respect that. I'm not an economist, but we should punch through that 79 number. Let's look at the employment data. Remember, last one I was very close. I posted on Twitter about 5 minutes before the number, and we still do that. What we try to do is make a guess on what's your thing is. What's your best guess? We usually try to give something away. Some people don't respond because we have to give you. They don't want to give us their email. Well, listen, our website is based on access to our website, so we don't do anything on Twitter. That's too slow. Our tools are on the website, so when we offer you something, it's got to give an email. If you win and don't give us an email, there's nothing we can do. So just remember that. All right, Friday 170, and with a range of 120 to 200. I think my number was 205, so something that was very very close. I forgot for last month, but let's see what the revision is. And then remember, I don't know if it's true or not, but it's not my data. One of my guys in the room, Peter Cook, you probably have seen him do some webinars. He's very, very uber smart. He does a lot of, he's a statistical guy, background, engineering, process engineer by training. He says under Trump, the numbers were not that Trump did it or Biden, but that's the civil service are working that department, but maybe it's a policy or whatever. The numbers were overshot. They were kind of the revisions would be to a downside. A lot of times here, they're lowballing it, and the revisions go to the upside. It takes about 2 months. There are two measures to get the final data correct. So all we see every time the data comes is preliminary. Yeah, of course, it's a lagging indicator anyway because you're looking at the past. But it's still, as a headline number, a lot of people hang their hat on. Especially, I hate that when the presidents, whoever they are, come in half an hour later and try to tell us how good things are. Listen, let's talk about after revision. If you want to talk about now, tell me how November was. Because you get 2 months, right? This what we no, I'm sorry, December was tomorrow, not today, on Friday. Tell me what December was because we're gonna get a revision to we're gonna get January. No, I was right. I'm right. I'm sorry. Talk about November. If they're right, I'm gonna go White House. So who is it in the? It's not politics. It's just data. Coming on Friday, this Friday. Tell me what November was because now we have the second revision in. It takes two revisions to fine tune it. Because on Friday we're gonna get January and first revision to December and second to November. I wish they do that, but this is politics now, especially this year's election. So 216, 170 consensus, and this range. My guess would be most likely we're going to be on the soft side. So if I was going to take this, probably say maybe 125 to 150 range, below 170. I think they're overshot here. So that's my guess. Now, why does that matter? You should have a min max in your head because when the number comes, or wait for the see order flow shows. I like to have a min max ready. I usually put my toes in a little bit, but not before. Never before. I put it a little bit forward. Now, today on the what do you call it? On let's see. I want to show you this on the Fed thing. We will start seeing some move here. I'm sorry, this is going up. I'm sorry, this is right before. Yeah, it's no, I'm sorry, I'm wrong time. Hold on. 1340. Okay, here comes the number. Here comes the number. I had a slight short on, but this happened so fast. And I had a little size at it. I had to stop. Why? Start going against me. And then this is where I killed it. I stepped out, took a little bit of profit. I waited for this event. And then this was my run. It was very, very nice. Very nice. So That's why I came back. If this hadn't happened, I wouldn't, because my first short was wrong. Yeah, I actually, made very little money. This took me out the stops. I use trailing stops, as you know. They're in the room, you know me. The trailing stops took me out. I didn't touch anything, and then on the way down, it did really well. So no complaints. But you know what? That's luck. Trading a non FOMC or non-farm are the two most challenging things to do. Now, this month there happened to be the same week, so you don't want to. It's like trading with what do you call it? The Russian roulette in your forehead. You gotta be careful. This is the six shooter on your forehead and you're trading. This is very very tough. I'm exhausted. So today I don't want to work anymore. I've done what I need for the February 1st stuff for the company, and I'm going to take tonight off a little bit, and then come tomorrow. By the way, tomorrow would be 52 years that I landed. No, it wasn't off. It wasn't off the boat in Miami. No, no, it was the diplomatic terminal at Dulles International in Washington. So we had a bunch of people from the government. Of course, when I was a kid, they came from my dad from Pentagon and Iranian embassy to greet us and whisk us away. Yeah. So when you have a diplomatic passport, things are different. I miss that. So I had immunity. Pardon me? And I know I had diplomatic immunity, which was if you read diplomatic immunity, the only thing you miss is you cannot park in front of a, what do you call it? Believe it or not, there's one exception. It's almost absolute immunity. You cannot park in front of fire hose. I mean, we call it fire fire receptacle. That's only you can't do. They'll move your car. Yeah. Anything else? Worst case, they ship you out, but they can't do anything to you. And so I used to have a little pocket thing from signed by William Rogers, Secretary of State, saying, "Whatever this guy has, take care of him." And I had to help it one time in New York. If you have time, little story. In New Jersey, a friend of mine and I were going out. We're taking our girlfriends out to dinner. It was cold. It was damp. It was raining. No, not raining. I'm saying it was a near frozen ice. It warmed up a little bit. It was the worst case, like a day after the snow. And he was driving, and we see the lights on, flashlights coming. I told him, switch. He goes, what? I said, switch. You drank, you dummy. He switched with me, and I drank too. But I have a diplomatic immunity. So the guy stops me. He said, "You've been drinking?" I said, "Yes." He goes, "Can you step out?" I said, "I'm not." He tried to go to his for his arm, for his gun. I said, "Listen, I have diplomatic immunity." He goes, "What?" I pulled it out. I said, "Read. This is William Rogers. You're here to help me. You cannot take me in." He goes, "I gotta write you a ticket at least." I said, "Do. I'm gonna tear it in front of you." He goes, "What?" I said, "Yeah. You have no jurisdiction over me. I have diplomatic immunity. Take a look." He opened up, looked at my picture, said, "I'm sorry, sir." Gave me a salute, and we took off. If I had not done that, this guy would have been in jail that day. So he was the captain of the squash team. So I had to take him out. So and it was just to stop us. But you cannot park. Well, Dad would always tell me, never park in front of a fire hydrant. That is the diplomatic immunity doesn't protect you. You can kill somebody. That's good protection, but not they ship you out. You can't stay, but they can't take you to jail. So we'll see if our dear Trump will get that. We'll see. That decision is imminent. But anyhow, those were the good old days. Not to say you're Iranian is like a crime. So, oh well. We'll see. All right. Back to here. Let's go through charts. Day one, day two. I'll count that. Technically, maybe not, but I'll count that still. I'll caution. Target, 0 sigma, 20 day. So I've been talking about that, 4810. Michael Santoli on CNBC also came and said 4,800. If we do not stop here, we could be there tomorrow, guys. That's only 45 handles from here. Then would be 4710. 100 handles below the 50 bar. And then you look at -2. So I don't know where we're gonna be. These two could be a confluence, come together, but make sure you do the 2 sigma. This is Bollinger Band, this level, okay? Do that, okay? And the 50 bar. Keep those in mind. I think we have I'm going to get to it in a second. We're going to have an event coming. I think it's too slow, too fast. It's too quick. I think we need to bring the sheep in. You know why? The sheep has to be slaughtered. They won't come in yet. They're a little bit scared probably. They're already in. They have some pain today. We give them a little bit of pain, then we bring it up, and then we take it down for an M. Always the trade you want to do is the M. I thought this was the M. I was wrong. Remember when we went on to our second trade? I thought that was the M. Well, we said I was wrong. Uh, Too enthusiastic out there, just gone nuts. Like Monday, like how Monday was. Yeah. So now intraday though, I'm trading futures. None of this matters to me. Why? So trend following. My stuff goes up and down, follows, gives me levels, all that dynamically. But that's not the way we trade the futures. And that's, by the way, that's why I don't trade stocks and you know regular stuff. I mean, I could be concerned. I'm not sure I am. I'm not sure I qualify. But what I do is called derivative quants. I use quantitative stuff with derivatives. So I'm not good at single names. Uh, I have a good friend on NVIDIA. She kept on telling me, I'm in NVIDIA, 80% NVIDIA. Today she couldn't speak. She almost lost her voice. So, I just don't do that. If I was going to do NVIDIA, I would do put spreads. And that's what I told her. I said, I would buy some put spreads. And he says, how do you spell that? She didn't know what a put is. And she's in real estate. I said, listen, don't you do what do you call it? Insurance for the houses? That's a put. Don't you have insurance for your car? That's a put. Anyhow, the put spread today came in pretty good. So, and then we've added this. We set up you can do this through TradeStation. Get a market cap sort. So it takes the number of shares times price and sorts them dynamically. Okay, you could see what happened up here. Because if you can look at the top 7, top 8, or top 10, if you want, you control. If you can understand this, if it's one way, you understand what's happening to the NQ on the Nasdaq 100, not all of Nasdaq, not 100, because you want the market cap. Look what happened here: 11 on the Microsoft, almost 11 on Google. Of course, Google is a much lower level. That's where the percentage been higher. And look at what happened in Nvidia, $12. So yeah, it was pretty dramatic. So anyhow, going back to the charts. Now, as you know, look at what we've had. This is the divergence we talked about. Okay, you see it here too. You see it here too. I mean, how many signals do we want? These are non-related to each other. This is price action. This is advanced decline, and this is a mixed bag of a breadth thrust. Okay, there's some breadth in there too, but there's a couple of other stuff in there. And that's not from me. That's from Jason Gupford. But you can see what's going on there. And we went from run up to a highs. We did this low of a CI dips, I'm sorry, and we're this low at the absolute value around 15. Something is wrong. That's where the divergence comes in. There was a great, near perfect bearish divergence, and we told you guys 2 weeks ago. Go back and look at the webinar we posted. Volume went up, and we did say what? We'd like to see a high, and we need to see a higher price. We said we're going to see it. Sorry, hold on. We want to see. We haven't got there yet. Hold on. No, we haven't gotten there. We said we want to get a lower price reading. I'm saying. Hold on. Let me get this right. We want a lower reading here on volume with a lower reading here, but bigger drop. That's what it is. Bigger drop on the underlying, but a lower reading. Well, this is lower than that, but this fails the first test. So that's not the setup. What we need to do, so this is all resets. We actually needed something like this, okay? Which is that you have a high reading and lower reading. This is almost matching it, and we're not getting a lower price yet. So that means the selling stopped. We haven't gotten there. That's coming. That's not there yet. That's my expectation, okay? And I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, but that's how I try to nail the bottoms. That's how I nailed what they call it, 220. March 23rd, that exactly occurred. That was a low, it was a Monday, 23rd of March 2020, low of COVID. And remember, we were short, so we need a V. That actually, if you go to our charts for that day, if you go here, no, hold on. There you go. If you go here, I'm talking about here. This is it. This is hold on. This is the COVID low. This is the COVID low, and that's why we flipped, and this happened. Now I'm in pain a little bit. I'm behind, but that's okay. Okay. Remember, I was behind here too. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. The key is your confidence. Oh, by the way, notice we've also added this data. This comes from our worksheet. We added this. We can write in there, update it. The number of signals we've had. Our average went up a tad, but we have been total in the market for 2,952 days. That's based on this point. So we're not talking about a few trades. It's 176 of them. We're still up quite a bit. Now, we were 100% before, but hey, you win some, you lose some. You shouldn't be afraid of next trade, as long as you have some confidence in your work. Okay, now this is equal weighted. Hold on. The equal weighted took a beating today, but it should. Why? Everyone's hiding in the big caps. There's no big cap here. They're equal weighted. That means we're just adding the shares. We're not taking volume into it. It's not a market cap. Okay, so this is clearly day one, and you could see this again day two. Another very, very solid bearish divergence. We're at almost a new high. Well, we are, but tiny bit high. Look at what a lower reading we had. So coming in like Monday afternoon, I knew that there's an event. I thought maybe it's going to be the FOMC, but you never know. He's had a couple of good ones. Majority of Powell's press conferences have been negative for the market, but he's had like 2 or 3 maybe good ones. So you can't tell. You can't tell. And everybody has said one. Oh, the FF, the federal funds rate, shows that we're going to ease in March. Well, this afternoon, he put that to rest. We're not. We're not doing that. And I kept on saying on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, I'm getting a lot of traffic. You have no idea. I said, not this quarter, guys. Why? The time is too strong. It's a little bit now. Because of election, this kind of Fed is limited. Or they want to stay out of politics when they want to ease. But this at least puts them into Q2. They're not going to ease right now. And they may not even do until summertime. If the economy stays as strong, it's not going to happen. We have created 14 million jobs since the pandemic. Not a joke. Not a joke. And so we'll see. But I just don't think the economy is as soft as people think. We haven't seen a soft landing yet. What soft landing? That for the negative people, that's hopium. Keep smoking it. It hasn't happened yet. So, and I hope you guys saw. I didn't get a chance to see all of it, but it's recorded. See what Gunlock said today, head of a double line. He always comes after FOMC. Probably the best guest ever at FOMC. At CNBC. Get a chance to take a look at it. Now, what we did since last time was this. We created all-time high ratios, okay, of I'm sorry, we took an all-time high as a ratio of these two levels, the equal weighted and regular. Look where we are now. It's getting pressed down. So I don't think we're going up, guys. I just don't see it. Okay. Now, NASDAQ is doing a little bit better, but S&P is 80% of U.S. market. NASDAQ is all of U.S. market. This is. So this doesn't bode well moving forward. Now, caveat, this is a new indicator. Okay, it's new, and I'm new with equal weighted. So I need more data. But cautiously, I would say, we took the last low out. Yeah, these go back, I don't know. How many? You see that? It goes back to 21. And what else? I don't know. Hold on. Let's see. Home. What is this? Hold on. Go back. Page up. There we go. This is what we have. It goes back to 2019. So we're going back 4 years, I think. Let's take a look. Just so I know. We're going 5 years. If you look at these high lows, these are All-time high, all-time low for this ratio. For the ratio, okay? For the ratio, all right? At a low. So I don't think we're going up. So what should you do? Get rid of some Bauer stocks you have. What's a Bauer stock? Stuff that what do you call talk about? Gigi, Gordon Gecko. Yeah. Here's the way I look at it in practical sense. Forget Hollywood. Balance sheet. Products, management. Anything you have a doubt about, I think it's time for you to take, and if you have a switch have profit in it, take some of it out off the table. You sit there, you're going to be losing. Yeah. So be careful because don't worry about now. Worry about where we're going to be 3 months from now. And I'm not expecting a big drop. Okay, I'm expecting 5%, maybe 7%, no more than that. Why? We have too much fluff here. Just get rid of the fluff, and the market would be much healthier, and then we go long again. So for now, if that doesn't pan out, I'm not waiting forever up there because I already had two trades that weren't good. So at some point, I've got to swallow my pride and say, hey, I'm going to get long or at least go sideways, but not keeping the short. But this is encouraging for my short. I'm going to hold it. Dow had 317. I don't know how the lowest were. 139, so about 10 points more. I understand that. This is the big item instead. Look at that bar. You get that, and you get 50. You know what the relationship is to who? SPX. What is this? To NDX. This is Russell. This does not bode well for a market that's going to go up. Plus, you see the lower high? Look, even this didn't go up. Okay, that's another divergence. Just of the index itself, for the indicator. So I think I would be very, very defensive. We just started. This is not a high mix reading. We just started. This shall continue. So my attitude is, Tico and I are going to have a lot of fun going forward. So I have a fellow in the room that he's been short for like 6 months. Now, he runs a decent sized fund. He can afford it selectively. And he was down for a while. He came back up in October. But you got to realize, big boys are different than you and I. We got to be more nimble and we got to be more precise. But big boys, they'll figure out how to pull a rabbit out of a hat the other way. But for us, we got to be a little bit more timed. I've been wrong so far, but this tells me we had only 2 sigma, a level is 14. Yeah. This is not the drop we're looking at. Let's move forward. Treasuries, they pulled back. Obviously, this was I don't know what brought this in, but obviously the reaction was kind of muted. Didn't rally up, but remember, we've also come down. Maybe it's trying to build a W first. Quite come down from November area, yeah. Since we ran up, and of course, I'm sorry, mid-October. Since they had that, this is where they had the key meeting, right? Remember in November? Yeah, this gap down. This would create our run up in the stocks. So we'll keep looking. What else I have? But don't forget, we're still a 5% world. That has not changed. That changed a lot of the dynamics in financing and cost and so forth. Okay, big drop there. We're still plus. What if there was possible minus? I don't know. Can we call that neutral? Okay, so we have 6 plus 1, and I'm saying no, 7 plus on 1 neutral. We have nothing negative. I can't call that a negative yet. It's 0.19. 7 and neutral. So we're nowhere close to any rundown. This is the beginning. If we go down, this is the beginning. Okay. We're getting also high readings here. Another divergence. We talked about that too. Much higher level. Why are these going up? They're not. So it all doesn't look good. Okay, let me refresh this now. Hold on. Let me make sure this is refreshed. And also, before we go anywhere, let me make sure these were refreshed. Yeah, let me show. I want to get this data refreshed because of settlement data. Yeah, okay. Still, yeah. We're kind of neutral area, halfway. A little bit lower to threshold of being oversold, but oversold starts at negative 150, not at negative 100, as you read in the books that describes Macron later. Okay, why? Oh, I was a student of Sheriff McLennan. So let me go here. So let's go to SP on Momo. Now, SP Momo came to 3 negative, slight negative. I like to see 0. We'll keep on posting these on the Admiral Tico. This is something you want to look, okay? Uh, and we're still too high up here. If we're getting near a low, we'll be trading at -2, -3 sigma on the SP1. We're not even close. So this was just the first shock, shot across the bow. Let's go to SQ. You guys can write down your questions or post it there. I'll get to it. I'm not trying to rush you, but I'm trying to give my spiel first. It's already 5:20. Okay, this tells me this should have been going down, not up today. Are you with me? Market came down. This went up. It works the other way. It goes up and the market goes up. So the big boys do have a risk event in front of them of some sort. At least they're contemplating that. When this goes down, okay, they already have their position. They lessen it. They take some profit. They're not. They're adding to it. So that's it's 1 day so far. It's only 1 day. I understand. 1 day doesn't make any statistics. I totally subscribe to that with you. But keep looking. SQ. This you can get on your any system you have. In trade station is $ Sierra Kilo Echo Whiskey.x. It's a .x to show that's an important index. Okay, and I just put a sigma channels on it. You can do Bollinger Bands on it, but you want to look at 3 sigma and above. So go to your Bollinger Band, change the input. You can have multiple Bollinger Bands. Just put a second one in. We just use 1 sigma channel, and I like to do 4 on top of it because when it hits 4, it's an event. 4 is an event. Okay, you can see that. Now, what's the window? About 3 months, 2 to 3 months. Occasionally, we have seen 6 weeks, 8 weeks, but look at 2 to 3 months is a good sweet spot, a honey spot. Okay, now TD. All right. Now, is this correct? I don't know. Let me check because I get behind. Sorry, I'm just overworked and underpaid. Yes. Okay. Yes, February and May, correct? Because February is just going in. Unlike crude oil, this is just getting to that zone, and you can see on volume. What do you have on the volume? Where's my volume? Hold on, no. This is reset. I see. Because it's after 5. I'm sorry. Yeah. We're still with G. So G contract, which is Feb. So long Feb, short May, and so that's the right time series. And we're at -1. The bottoms would be around 0. We have a lot more to rise. Okay. But you can see what's happening there on the 30-minute. This has to be futures too. Don't put cash in there. I have a crazy cousin in Toronto. I hope he watches this. He tries to do this, and he just doesn't listen. These have to be futures or cash. Don't mix the two. Why? Cost of carry. You're in a 5% market, and he's a process engineer. He's supposed to be smart. Yeah, but he's got part Turkish blood in him. I told him, you're not getting it. And he says, can you write something for me? I said, I'll show you where you're wrong. I sent him an indicator to look at where he's wrong. He still didn't get it. You know what? I'm sorry. It's my cousin. We grew up together. I just don't have time. This is big. This is mega box time for me. I've spent it. I've waited 25 years for this period. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna compromise. I'm on a mission. I'm gonna fly. My mom always told me, decorate math teacher. She says, I can't tell you this, but you're here for a reason. You have to find that. You don't know. Each person has to find their calling. And remember the warnings he gave. He says, if you find it, you're going to work too much. Don't worry about your health. It's true. I have psoriasis. 40 years ago, 30 years ago, she passed away 25 years ago. In those years, she was absolutely on the money. Once it's a passion, it's not work anymore. But then you also abuse yourself. You work late. You don't rest. You don't exercise. You don't go out and smell the roses. This is my passion. I'm not going to compromise. I gotta fly my mission. So it's like being being a part of Chrome Dome. I don't know if you guys what Chrome Dome missions were. These are B-52s who are over North Pole, circulating all the time. Usually 3 bombers afloat all the time, 24/7. And as one was ready to come down, the other one would come up, and then they switch. So I'm flying this mission. I gotta do this. Okay, nobody's gonna stop me. And now look at that divergence on the SP2. And look where we are here. Again, it's not a low yet. Now, again, Admiral Tico has pledged to me that we will be posting these. We did one today. We did that. And you know how his sarcastic he can get. But here's what his comment was. Let's see. Let's go back. And what did he say to us? Let's go here. Here. There you go. Have you hiked your SP2 today? Look where we were. Yeah. We were above here. And we're just beginning to drop a little bit. Okay. So well, he'll keep posting it for you guys. So not a problem. You're welcome to RT it. Yeah, to encourage him. But when he's not attacking those Zikrik, I tell him, I said, you giving us shots when you're not attacking the Tomahawk? And he grins up. Yeah, of course. Yeah, the bone comes first. Yes, and the meat, of course. All right. So again, 1.6. This you can carry yourself. You don't need to do a Sigma challenge for that. I like to measure things against self. That's not an easy problem, by the way, because this is a spread. Putting a spread is not easy per se into a Sigma channel, but we have to rewrite it to do this. But here you go. Okay. Let's go to Larry. Okay. What's this? Oh, this is a reset. Okay. Going to Larry. All right. No worries. Oh no, that's not a backup. This was a data failure. Okay, we're good. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Oh yeah, he can sniff that out really good. Audio check, please. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Yeah, I want to make sure we didn't lose our connectivity. We're good. Okay, thank you. Because it was across all the machines. I thought maybe the internet. Okay, look where we are here. Now remember, this is 30 minutes. We could overshoot easily. Okay, so that wouldn't worry me. That wouldn't bother me that much. But we have to do that to see. And this was not a big sell-off yet. You want to have a sell-off, you're going to be in this area. You see what happened? Cause and effect. Yeah, we're going to be 90. We hit 90 twice and we took off. We're not seeing it here. Now, that was my mistake. We're not going to happen that again. This time, I'm going to arm a missile before it leaves the ship. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Dennis. Thanks, Siegfried. So, my mission, obviously, this is important to me because of NDX. These are regular Bollinger Bands, 50 and 200 bars, not daily, on 30 minutes. But we want to see this so we can see internals of the Lowry up and down ratio, which is basically it's up volume divided both of them, and then switch over at the zero line, down volume divided by both of them. Yeah, the two numbers. Yeah, we discard the unchanged. We have the volume for unchanged we discard because it's not creating a pressure. Okay, you want to look at where the pressures are. Not enough yet. Even during the close, as you know, in the chat room about 3:10, the Chairman Powell was coming to winding down his talk, and we were guessing how many questions you have to go. I said, guys, if they take it to the close from here, and there was a head without the head fake, there were a couple of head fakes. The last one came about, let's see, from 3:30. Why? 3:30 is the time, buy or sell time. Sometimes you can program buys. It showed up. Then I have a system called Tick Strike. I don't know if you guys use it or not. It gives us big names. Okay, it's like this. We run this on it. Think of it. We run the first this much of it, like first 15 plus other things, futures, ETFs, and then bonds, crude, gold on that, and it's a bar that it draws, and it shows activity on block level, okay, and intensity, okay. It's more intensity than block, but shows intensity by 7 grades, okay, as red or green as a sound. It's behind me. I hear it because it's broadcasting to one of our chat rooms, in our NQ Zoom chat room. When that time, I said, guys, keep an eye on the FANG, okay. When we're getting down here, okay, when we're getting down here, guys, okay, look for the FANG. Let me bring this back so you can see what I'm talking about. Hold on. This is what I was talking about. This area. But we're coming to this area. I said, look for Look, this is I think it's 3:30, is it? If I remember it right. Yeah, there you go. 3:30 is 10 minutes. Yeah, this is 3:30. I said down here, look for Frank. Which way Frank is going? Frank was going down. It was red bars. I said, guys, they're gonna take it down. And you know what happens at 3:50? Newman comes. Why we call him Newman? This is a big trader. Remember Newman Seinfeld? This is a big guy. And then he took it down. He just killed it. And so I don't know where we are now. We're down. Oh, it hasn't opened yet. Once it opens, it resets because at 6 it resets to 0. Let's see where we are. But we'll see. We have more earnings coming. It's a busy next 2 or 3 days for this week. Actually, one more. There's no Friday afternoon, but Friday morning we have. Okay, now here we go. Okay, now remember, Peter Cook, who is my smartest guy in the room, is him. He's also happened to be our moderator. He doesn't write big, but he's very methodical. He's super fast to study, and this is his. He wrote the code from Larry's description, and we share it. I wrote this one. He wrote that one. Okay, this is mine. This is his, and we share. We don't give these out, but we use it here for you guys for PMT. Went long yesterday here. Okay, and now we've taken out. So by tomorrow, it could be a totally different ball game. Same thing here. That's EMD. That's mid cap. So S&P's mid caps. Russell on the short today. So you know where NQ is going to go. And we're still holding this long. Now this has some profit, but this usually leads Nasdaq. So we should be seeing, past 17,000. We should see a different ball game. Yeah. On Larry, and a lot of big guns follow this. This could create some selling. Remember, selling begets selling. Go to nations. There you go. This has done a lot of volatility work, so you could see. He did a webinar on this. If you go to our website, okay, there's a link here to YouTube. If you go there, you could see. If you see any big, let's see if there's a. You see this? That's his. That's his. If you see a big views, that's him, not mine. This him. There was one had to do with nations. Nations is like a website, and those are his. Those are their. There you go. You see nations. You see that? You want to watch that? This tells you. This is one of the better webinars I've ever seen. Not because my stuff. They're not my stuff actually. There. Very little of it's mine. Most of it's his. So you could see. Oh, look at this Admiral Tico. That was a Saturday morning. He was getting up, but he wanted to sleep in. Yeah. So we woke up on our alarm on my phone, but on Saturday and Sunday there's no alarm. So on Saturdays he wants to sleep in. Yeah. So incredible dog, very smart. When I grow up, I want to be Admiral Tico. Well, fifth star. I want to be a fleet Admiral Tico. Yes. Anyhow, so this is where we are overnight. You can see what has happened. What a head fake this one. They brought all the sheep in. This is what it's sort of talking. Okay. Let's see. Here's a timeline, right? There's a 12. This is where the news came. We draw. Remember, in TradeStation, the time is end of the bar. Okay, so news is this is the actual communique. Then it starts talking. Originally, we went up, and that was difficult for me a little bit. I had to switch. It was late, but on the downside, holy mackerel. Of course, I was late there too. You can never pick the tops and bottoms. So on the tops or bottoms, there's a utility. You lose something. It's like taxes. You pay some taxes. But look what I did after that. And we're now deorbited. We're a different level now. The asset classes have deorbited today. Let's see. Is there anything else I have for you guys? No. This is our current PMT. This is where we are. Not current, but I'm talking about PMT in general. Where we are in our 60 minutes versus the SPY. So we're going to keep looking to set up another trade. Now, the conditions have to be there. If they don't match, we're not going there. But I think we have a chance. Yeah. And then I'm going to stop it. I'll take a little loss, make some money for you guys, take a loss, and then wait for another trade with Time and Digest. I'm beaten up on Time and Digest, but that's okay. But look at this, guys. This is the 50 bar, right? 50-day moving average. Just got destroyed. We went within last meeting to now, we went from 90s to 60s. Now this acts a little bit fast. I understand that. Here's the 50. Look at 200. Okay, 200 is beginning to unwind too. And usually you get these patterns. The issue is a differential. I've told you that. Watch the differentials. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna getting windy down there. Wound up. It winds up hard, and then it goes. So now it may not go. We don't know. There's no guarantee. Remember, this is public data. A lot of people are listening at it. A lot of people are making different bets. Okay, but my attitude is where we are. Look at this chart. Yeah, it's time to visit down below. So get rid of your Bauer stocks. Get exercise. Get sleep. Less coffee, more tea, and you'll be fine. Now, I'll be more than happy to take your questions, but first, before we go there, we're going to do our top 10 of the Nasdaq 100, right? That's close. So let me go here. I know Mohsen comes in just for that. Isn't that right, Mohsen? Is he still here? Hold on. Let's see. Hey, Nancy, how are you? Yeah, Mohsen is still here. Good boy. Good boy. Or young man, whatever. Okay, here's our swing chart. Now, today, part of all this, I was looking at this. I would go to this and come back. I would go to this and come back. I may, you know what I do? I may attach this into this. So when I click here, it jumps there. I can do that. Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. But not now. I'll have to set it up so it's clean. So we get a list here. As I click, goes through the names. How's that, Mohsen? It will be fast. Okay. So rather than messing that up, I'm going to go to my other room, other chat room, open that same report. Okay. So I'll read through. Okay. It's sorted by, just like this, it's sorted by market cap. This is indicator we wrote to do the market cap live in real time. And this is radar screen. If you have radar screen, it's fine. Run that. We offer that to all of our members. If you're a TradeStation member, you have TradeStation, we're happy to give it to you. Yeah. Open. We don't block it. We don't put a date on it. Nothing. But it's good for you to know, especially in the big names like this, like Nasdaq, where tops are. You could also do it for S&P. S&P is 25 names you need to watch. Here's about 10, 7, 8, 10, something like that. Okay. Now, during the normal days, it's a mix. You got greens, you got red. That means the day is not clear. This is directional. This is you make kahunas. This is a big time. So you can see where we are. So let's go to, I'm looking from the other screen. Let me come here so it saves some time. Okay. First one was Microsoft. Okay. Microsoft, hey, probably would be a good buy around 380. I would think so. If we don't stop at here, let's go to the dailies. Yeah. Let's go to the dailies here. Hold on. If it doesn't stop at 390, 380 is in the cards. That's a 51. That's huge. That's huge. Why? Excellent balance sheet. Incredible company. It'll be it's not a fad like Apple. It'll always be here, and they change our lives. Now, I'm not saying Apple didn't. A lot of stuff we have in Microsoft came from Apple, like the Windows, that kind of stuff. Has a meet competition, or when you swipe over your phone. I understand that, but there's nothing like Microsoft. They're totally into Forbes 400 or Fortune 500 companies. They're software. They're embedded. They're not just for individuals, but they're also for business community. S&P 500 lives off of Microsoft. Can't without it. Can't survive without it. So, and of course, this Satya guy is just incredible. He's over 3 trillion now. Today was 2.948. I mean, Baldwin didn't do that. During Baldwin, we did nothing. And of course, Gates started, but he got sidetracked, and that's why they asked him to leave the board. So, well, that's Microsoft. Okay, now let's go to Apple. Okay, Apple. So now you have a different ball game. You want to see if it bounces off 182 or then go to 174. Are you with me, Mohsen? Watch what happens at 182, which is the 200 bar, or not. Then you have to go here, because if it doesn't stand here, the second is done. You really want to buy that 175 area. So now I have a friend who's very heavy in Apple. I haven't talked to him because he's very heavy in Tesla and he's really, really bleeding. He's trying to play hardball. So, but again, he's a Trumpkin, he's a Roman, and he's from Brooklyn. Three strikes, you're out. So he's a very hard-headed guy, and he's bleeding here. So I'm not gonna bug him on. He does ask me about here. Bill Ackman says 100. I don't see that, but 133 is a breakup of his loans. Remember, it was 400 to strike with the money center banks because he for avoid taxes he pledged his stock. That's why he wants another stock option, a big one, 55 billion. And I think yesterday the board said no. Our shareholders said no. But anyhow, at 130, he doesn't deserve anything here, guys. Okay, he's had enough of this. Now he should save this company. And what is he doing with Twitter? Because this is attention and SpaceX. Pay attention here. If we get to 4 sigma, and you know this thing moves down as it moves down, we're gonna be near 133. That was 400 pre-split. Split was 3-1. Do the math. It's 133. The loans could be called. Ackman says 100. I don't know. I don't know either of them. I am not telling you it's going to go to 133, but if anytime we had a chance, it's now. Because look what we've taken out. All these loans we've taken out, look where we're here. What was this value? So you see that? 151. We didn't go to 133, but we could be getting set up, and now it's -1, -2. Remember, we got this was a gap down. We went too far. I had to go back up. When you go to -3 sigma, there's a bounce. It did. It did. Why? Natural vibration of the fear and greed in the market. And nothing represents better than sigma channels. That's why most algos you trade against, they're using sigma channels against you. Are you with me? If not, go to your kitchen, get some coffee, then come back. You gotta wake up. That's why when these get hit to sigma channels, I can tell. Here's where we're gonna turn. And it doesn't matter what time frame. It could be short time frame. But now we're in a channel. -1, this is -1, this is -2. What does that mean? We can bleed for a while. -3 is near the low. What if we don't come this far fast, but we bleed down here slowly, between these two channels, and we get and then try to hit it like 140. Well, if it's 140, 133 is our corner. A few hedge funds will come and try to push it to see what happens. I'm not sure Ackman is correct. Ackman has been wrong before. 100, I think it's far-fetched. Why? This company has assets. Okay, but I know they're not making money. That's the problem. That's the problem. The shipping, Tesla's out with a few bucks in it each. Let's go to Google. Another bleed. Yeah, look at that. These things don't stabilize, guys, that fast. This is more selling going on. Yeah, and at 50, a lot of PMs are going to be called in and say, "What's your game plan?" By who? Investment committee. Investment committee is going to say, "Okay." They call them each day. What's your book? Oh, you got Google. Explain to me what's your game plan. So some selling could start after 50. We'll see. That's the ideal world. We don't know. But we gotta be history repeats itself, but not always. Sometimes so because they have to fool us. If it was that simple, I would own half of Manhattan, and I wouldn't be here with you guys. Okay? No. So you gotta look at assign a probability to it. All right, hold on. What time is 6? Okay, I gotta be out of here by 6. All right. Tico got us dinner at 6. Table at 6:30. So, but it's around the corner. It's not too bad. All right. Let's go to Amazon. Next one is Amazon. Okay. Now, Amazon obviously taking a beating, but it was an all-time high. If I'm right, hold on. Is it? No, I'm talking about. I'm sorry, it's 188 is all-time high. Sorry, that's why you have to look at the monthly. All right. So what's the gig here? Let's see what bouncing on 150 at 50 days. So let's look what happens at 151 or 150. By the time we got there, we're gonna be lower. So Mohsen, write it down. 150, 151 for Amazon. Probably not a bad idea. I think this part of drop is also Google. The ad numbers weren't good. Of course, what was even worse? The cloud. Yeah. My attitude with the cloud for Google is simple. A friend of mine ran it. She just quit. She retired. I told her, "What are you doing there?" She left Microsoft. I said, "With Microsoft Amazon, what are you doing in the Google Cloud? I mean, you're out of your mind." She goes, "What do you mean? That's the one that's challenging to go up." I said, "I know, but it's number 3. MBA 101. You don't want to be in number 3. You want to be in 1 or 2. So anyhow, but what do I know, right? I just got off the boat. Yeah, sure. Yeah. All right. So here comes Nvidia. 75 PE. Give me a break. Yeah. Look at the readings. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. These folks are going to get a wake up call like they've never seen before. Yeah. I wouldn't touch Nvidia with a 10-foot pole right now. If you weren't here, you should. You have no business here. If you were, your only business is to lighten up. Meta. Okay. Meta also pulled back. Now, part of the social companies were in a deep trouble today. Was political. It was on national TV, and you know how senators are. They get free time on TV. They go nuts. And I'm not saying Meta has been perfect, but they just got really grilled today. Okay, Tesla we talked about. I think Meta is okay. I mean, I would buy 375 on hold, or the worst case 350. You want to be in at 350. This is very good. This is very good. I never thought they're going to come back. They did. More power to them. You got to respect strength. It's like, what do you call it? When the fifth fleet shows up. Yeah, you get out of the way. This is strength. So, okay. Avgo. That's old Broadcom. Reg FD, my brother used to work for him. I don't know if he does as an outside consultant. He may be, I don't know. But this is the stuff he does. A lot of microcontroller stuff, programming. Yeah, software for microcontrollers. Where, one nanosecond is important in terms of timing. He's very involved with that internet stuff. And the traffic control and all that. Okay, 1180 now, down 28, about 2%. Probably has that of the net change. The biggest booking was bad, and there was Avgo. Booking was $47, but yeah, I'm talking about this. But remember, you're talking about much bigger base. If we do this, that's booking. That's booking.com, but that's much bigger than $3,500 stock. So back to this. Okay, there we go. So Avgo still up there. Hold on. Yeah. I'd say 1050. There's a confluence there. We see that, yeah. Because by the time we get there, it's going to be lower. So about 1050 on Avgo. If you want to buy, you can do that. Not now. Would you buy some put spreads on these? Maybe. But give yourself some time. Give yourself a little bit of time, and you're going to pay pretty dearly. Wall is up, and the absolute price is up. Yes, 1,100 stock, 1,200 stock. So if you got a deep pocket, you may want to do a spread there. Okay, I can see right there. Yeah, it's probably going to go to 1050 area, 1060 area before it stabilizes. Now, if nothing happens and we rally tomorrow, and we could Biden calls, which he would never do. It's not Trump. We'll call Powell and says, "You bring the rates down tomorrow." That could change it, but they're not going to do that. They have no reason to bring it down, and Biden will never intervene with the second most powerful man in the world because they're segregated. They can't. Okay, but Trump really didn't know the laws anyway. I feel sorry for Trump. He really did a lot negative to himself. Not a very smart guy. Not genius or stable. But anyhow, I had to put that in. Sorry, guys, but that's true. So I don't see Avgo going back up here yet. I do see it getting stabilized and go up, and that's the market. You want AMD? Okay, let me finish though. ASL, ML, I'm good. All right. Yeah, now this is probably I would buy some put spreads. Probably. Why? Because you got to figure out what happened here. And Nancy probably had this. This is earnings, must be this gap up. And it may not give back. Okay, let me see what this is. Actually, I don't even know what it is. That's very helpful. ASM Holdings. I hate these guys. Give me the name. What do you mean the holding? I don't want to know that. I want to know what is ASML, Nancy? I want to know what sector it is. I have no clue. Remember, I look at these just as numbers and chart patterns. Okay, you want AMD while you're looking that up? Huh? Sanu, what's that? Oh, semi. I see. Okay, AMD. Okay, here's your MI. AMD. AMD already pulled back. I would say you got probably another. If something goes wrong with this, and of course Intel was down heavy too, you got another $20 in here. Look for 145 area. This probably these two are going to hug each other, from parametrically speaking, between the 50 bar and negative 1 sec. Sorry, guys, making some comments about politics, but I'm sick and tired of people who told me 5 years ago I was wrong. Everything I said has happened. So I demand your respect. I was right what's happening in this country. I was right what's happening in the politics, and of course the market too. So this friend of mine at the cigar bar, they go nuts when they watch these. I want to get the message in video. You guys were wrong. Okay, don't argue with me. Yeah. So but anyhow, they're better now. They're kind of more quieter. Anyhow, the issue is very simple, guys. I read the data. Go to Iowa electronic markets. You could see. You could see you have to put money. It's the future. So you have to buy it. People who put money, what the data shows. It shows Biden will win with a landslide. So the rest is all bullshit. So anyhow, having said that, let's get back to this market. Cost. Let's go to Costco. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Okay, hold on. Oh, hold on. Hold on. What am I doing wrong here? Costco. There we go. Yeah. The comments has nothing to do with you guys here. The comments for all those people who sneak. They don't come here, but they sneak and watch it. Why? Because I see them on the list. They're on the what do you call it? YouTube list. Okay, Costco, and that's where we're done. That's the 10th one. All right. So, what is the PN for AMD? NVIDIA is 75, correct? Now, not Nancy, our Airbus. She's big in research. I mean, of this stuff, so she knows more than I do. If you share that with me, please. And on Costco, I wouldn't short this. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily buy this, but I would that it would be a candidate. On a pullback, look at this. On a pullback, you want to look at this, but not 678. Well, of course, a little bit lower. This could pull up, but somewhere in 660, 650 area, maybe a little bit sooner, but something in that range. Maybe won't make it 650 or 660, but then I would buy Costco. And that's a stable business, very mature, and they're selling you what do you call it? Staples. We always need Costco. Okay, I'm done here. Anything else I should respond to? Anything you guys see that I should do? No, 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 no. Tico? No, he wouldn't go there. No, no, Whole Food. What are you talking about? Whole Food. No, no, no. No, it's got to be Costco for him is crap. Yeah. Yeah. Excuse me. You don't know how picky this dog is. No, no, it's got to be Whole Food. Yeah. Yeah, grass fed, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Thank God he doesn't drink. He must be drinking. Then you gotta pay top dollar for wine and whiskey and all that. No, he doesn't drink. Okay, is market open? No, it's becoming. I gotta put this chart back in. Okay, any questions for me, guys? And then I gotta run out. And so this is being recorded. Will be posted as always in this page right here, right on YouTube after post processing. Today, I'll just probably launch it and go when I come back. I'll put it in. This takes time. It takes about half an hour or so, plus or minus. We'll go here. Next meeting is going to be will be posted here. It will be 2 weeks from now, so it will be 14th. It's just as you want a reminder. If you registered now, so always through our page there, you will, or from Twitter or Facebook, what have you, then you're an automatic update. Every 2 weeks, I think it's a 1 week. No, is it? I don't know. It's 1 day, 4 hours, and 1 hour, to remind you. What? AMD has a trade? No, not trade. No, I want forward. I don't want trading. I want forward. You got it. You got it, guys. You got it. Thanks, Michael. Thanks, Dennis, for all your help. Nancy, of course. Siegfried, thank you. Siegfried, I'll get you a picture of Tico there. Well, maybe we'll take a picture and put it here. Yeah. Maybe we'll put tonight's webinar with Tico wearing that. Okay, so it could be the last time he's an admiral. Because once he becomes fleet admiral, everything changes. Yes, he'll become the fifth star. The last fifth star we had was Halsey and Nimitz. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I don't like him at all. He's an idiot. Vivek is just Vivek is hot air. Yeah, he's none of his stuff makes sense. I don't know how he made his money. The IQ isn't there. None of it makes sense. That's why he got washed out so fast. Okay, so no, I didn't. Yeah. I'm not. I will say something else too. The country is not ready to hire an Indian guy as a president. Okay, and uh, uh, Nikki Haley has an issue. But things are going. Probably I'll vote for Nikki Haley. Yeah, she makes a lot of sense. But I'm not sure she's gonna win. So, but I'm not gonna vote for Biden. I'm not a Democrat. I'm a Republican. But I will never vote for Trump. So, yeah, he's a criminal. He's a rapist. What are you talking about? The court found that he was not defined, but found him as for rape. So that's it. But wait until here's another thing. Wait until the AG comes in. The case for AG. I bet you his. I said on Twitter, his punitive would be about $1 billion because it's usually terrible damages. Terrible. I mean, not bad, but three times. The AG is calling for 370. The judge says is already guilty, so this would come around $1 billion. And they have to put a bond. He's not going to have a bond because he's got less spenders. It's in the hand of a monitor. So they start regulating. And the worst thing you can do to a rich guy is take his money away. It's not jail. It's taking his money away. So he's going to. You haven't seen Trump on unhinged yet. Yeah. Well, what I worry about is the dummies who follow him. And some of them have guns. That's what I worry about. But there's other guys, forget it. Yeah. Nikki, I think, has a chance. Well, my buddies early on, but last year this time says he sees Nikki has a chance, and he used to be old. He was a Trump. He worked for Trump before, but he also said I don't think Trump is. Now this was before any of the indictments. Obviously, they just had issues with him about January 6th. But once the indictments come, that changed the ballgame. A lot of people left. They said that we can't have him. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting times. But I think we should have some noise out there in the great outdoors, if you will, because of the upcoming cases. And we just have to be careful. That's all. Yeah. And, I don't take sides. I don't need to. I made my cases, my points about this 5 years ago when everybody was laughing at me, thinking I'm smoking something. So, but now, for example, I didn't know the classified case, but I know what that means. I didn't know the classified case. I know what that means, but his classified documents, yeah. If I had done it in what do you call it at Northrop, I would have like I don't know, 15 contiguous life sentences at what do you call it, Supermax in Denver. Yeah. You couldn't have. To me, he's a Russian asset. The, the the classified case proves he's a Russian asset, which I was banging the table saying that. So I'm vindicated. That I know. Okay, let me look at these. Anything else we need to? Oh, let's take a look at quickly for February second week, which because we're not going to be here until then, which is the 14th. So services on the 5th of February, trade on the 7th. This is Wednesday. Jobless claim, nothing. So it's going to be a light second week. Okay, so the next week is going to be light in terms of a schedule. The week of 12, we have this. Remember, I got that book from Canada. It's CPI on Tuesday the 13th, NBA there, and then we're going to meet on the 14th. On the 15th, we're going to have retail sales, Empire State, import export, industrial production. Jesus. Housing and business inventories. PPI on the 16th. So next week, economic calendar is light. The following week, fireworks. And with that said, I gotta get out of here. Thank you all. Thanks for hearing me out. And we'll see. We have an interesting year in front of us, both market and otherwise. AMD, 45. I will do that. Thanks, Siegfried. Thank you. Dennis, you too. Thank you for so much. NVIDIA one is 30. Yes. Okay. So 45 for PE for AMD. Wow. 30 for NVIDIA. So NVIDIA is better price. Yeah. What is? Hold on. Let me go back to AMD now. You got me thinking. So who's buying AMD here? What are they smoking here? Jesus. Yeah. And my problem with AMD is a Me Too product. They're trying to mimic. They came into being by being alternate to Intel. But as a traditional trader, I don't want to have AMD chips because if there's any hardware calls, it fails. Why? Because the hardware can't be exactly as Intel is a copyright. So it's not exactly the same. So I never buy Intel chips because all my machines are running AMD. So now, if it's an app on what do you call it? Android, that's different. Okay, like I have a small Android Samsung, very small. I can do a cigar bar and look at train station there. Small window. I think it's like a 7-inch or 8-inch. Very, I use it for airplane and all that. It's very small. That will run. But then also you cannot put any of your indicators. If I want to put my indicators, we use a lot of CPU, they'll fail. So I'm a Intel shop. I don't know if you know it or not. My brother designed the first 286 that ran 10 users. I have it on the wall here. Dennis has seen it. I still have the chip. When that chip came out, there were 20 of them. This is 1983. There were made 20 of them. The cost was 100 mil. So I remember a VP of Intel coming in. In the LA area, we were like picked as the one to test this because of what my brother had done. It was a cover of LA Times. He came to me and then the sales guy turns to me and says, Ferry, don't F this. I said, why? Because Ferry, look at the math. This guy came here as a VP. This is 200. We spent 100 mil to get here. We made 20 chips. 8 of them were taken by IBM because IBM had 30% of the stock. We're giving you one of the 12 we have. Don't mess this up. Well, we ended up building it. Yeah. So our problem was that we had the wrong operating system. If we had and Microsoft back then was not multi-user. That was a problem with Microsoft. MS-DOS. If MS-DOS was a multi-user, because that was multi-user. And of course, we were using NPM, which is part of CPM. CPM is the guys in the Monterey Peninsula when they went to get the software from him for the IBM people went to get that to put it together with the Microsoft's interpreter. And this guy, I forgot his name. He went. They were late, and he says, "I don't care." He went flying his RC plane off the cliffs of Monterey Bay. Till he knew he was going to lose like 30 billion. They came and they show up like an hour late, an hour and a half late. And it's a tough airport there coming to Monterey Place. You're on the water and all that. I don't know how familiar with that part of California. Beautiful, gorgeous area. I don't blame him to going watch that, but he left about 30 billion on the table. They said, what? He didn't wait for us? So they called back to Gates, and Gates says, oh, wait a second. I may have an operating system for you because he had seen an ad from Seattle Computer System, SCS. They were trying to sell an operating system. It was on their hand. They didn't know who to buy it. He goes, I may have a solution for you. Call me tomorrow. That afternoon, he goes, gives him a $50,000 check from his dad, locks it up. Next day, he sells it for 125 to IBM in a rush, and they wanted to have it. One proviso, 2.x on his mind. And all they cared was to get 1.0 up anyway, because they were behind Apple. That's how Microsoft was built. Okay? We used NPM because we're multi-user. We didn't know this happening on the side. Yeah. If I forgot his name, which was head of it's called digital research. You can Google it. If that guy had stayed an hour extra, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't even worked with TraceStation. Yeah, it's just that was a project. Yeah, it's on the wall. First 286. It says yes on it. Engineering sample. Well, it's not a production chip. It was not sold. It was just given to build software around it. It was a cover of LA Times. Yeah. With Tico sitting on top of it. It was a bigger computer. Okay? It was an industrial computer. With Tico sitting on top of it. Yeah. Not Tico. I'm saying Corey, my brother. I'm tired. I gotta run. Thank you all. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Don't do no harm. Okay? And watch your trade size. It's not easy. Okay, we're all going to make mistakes. I did a couple today, but that should not deter you. It's not the issue of how you fall. The issue is how you get up. It's not the issue of why you fall. It doesn't matter how or why. No, it's how you get up is important. All right. Look at me. I mean, there were times in this company I thought I'm hitting it. I was not too happy. I was not desperate, but I wasn't seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Didn't know where it's going to go. Wasn't sure. Am I hitting a kind of a cul-de-sac or a road that has an end in it? No. No. It worked out. It worked out. I'm not complaining. So you move on. You move on. So believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. That's the number one issue. Never worry about, don't listen, don't care what people think about you, what they say. Because if you believe in yourself, move forward, they'll all come and kiss your ass. Trust me. Okay, what's going on here? Sorry about my ladies. Yeah, plug your ears. What's this? AMD makes AI chips. I see, and successful. But at a decimal point compared to NVIDIA, I see. I see. Trouble too in probably years because of what? All the hyperscalers are designing their own AI chips. Amazon, Microsoft. I see. Good to know. Thank you, Nancy. Great research. You always do that, Nancy. I appreciate it. I'm so proud you're on my team. Thank you. Yeah, Nancy has been with me like 20 years. So, all right. All the best to all of you. Hang in there. Better days are coming. Good night.